only way to get back support until it fucking gets fixed. Scooch this chair back so that damn thing stays up until I can get it fixed. What up, peoples? What shirt is this? If you don't recognize this shirt, then you haven't been following me long enough. Let me show the back. Phenomenal. Yes, the weekend's coming up. Oh joy. Another fantastic weekend ahead of us. Yes, it is. I do like that skull shirt, but I've been wearing it for a couple days straight, and I kind of figure, well, you got to change your shirts, man. It's just, yeah. Indeed. Got a lot of people joining the chat. Holy Toledo, Batman. Hello, Amanda. How are you this fine evening? All right, here, some Aussie knuckles that need to be retouched. Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm all right, I guess. Another day, another day gone, Nice when spring hits. Weather will warm up. Here's a question I'm wondering. Why does society put so much pressure on people to date? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Is it because if society puts a lot of pressure on people to date, and especially younger people, then they'll procreate and continue buying more products, and I don't know. Wait till you get to be a certain age where people are just like, well, you're from a different time. Then you can stop and look on your life and go, shit. Shout out to Dylan Walker. Thank you for the support. I could get contacts if I wanted to, but they're a pain in the ass to put in, and I'm much comfortabler with the glasses. That is a fair point, Mr. Tyler Gilbert. The question I asked was, why does society put so much pressure on people to date, especially younger people? And society, the question I asked, and then Tyler said, perhaps it's a social status thing, like most things humans do. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, it is a Cradle of Filth shirt. You want to see the band logo? Come on now. It's the Jesus is a cunt t-shirt. How do you not recognize this fucking shirt? Yes. Tyler brings up an excellent point. It does feel like dating is a social status thing. Much like, you know, having a car or a house or being known as somebody in this shitty world. You know what I'm saying? So it does feel like a social status thing. Society would quite often dictate that if you don't have a car, you don't have a girlfriend, you're barely struggling to make it, then you're just another face in the crowd. But if you actually do something with your life and you actually make something of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just so I'm not being bugged during my live stream. Let's see. Settings, airplane mode on. Do a quick little live stream, then I'll go hang out with my friend for a bit, and then come right back. So it's, you know. And as I sit here with like 2 songs left to go on the album, if I decide to post it after that, I think to myself, do I keep adding more songs or, you know? Nice thing about the phone here is I can open up this little app that comes with the phone, Notes, they call it, and sit here and fucking type up song lyrics and then it spell checks it for me, and, you know, I'm not wasting pen and paper. If I don't like something, just delete it, you know what I'm saying? Indeed. And that is the unfortunate thing of it, is because dating is sought as a social status sort of thing. If people see that you don't have anybody special, they either assume you're questioning your sexuality or that you're unfit to mate, and it's bullshit. Indeed. In most cases, you're right. Society will look down on single men and women as the fact of being seen as lesser. That is a fair point, Kane. Yeah, that would explain it, wouldn't it? Because that's exactly why chicks seem more into me when I have a girlfriend. It's because all of a sudden that status symbol changes. All of a sudden they start seeing me as somebody who's worth reproducing with, and that stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that could be why a lot of times men and women will not notice you if you're single, but if you're taken, then they all of a sudden, hey, And it's unfortunate that dating is seen as a social status instead of something to enjoy, I don't understand why society has to look at dating as a social status, treating it like you would, oh, look at my fancy sports car, look how awesome I am. Fuck that. Dating should be something you enjoy. Spending time with one another, making her feel like a queen, you know what I'm saying? That's what it should be about. You know what I'm saying? If dating is seen as a status symbol, then I don't want to fucking date, because I shouldn't have to date somebody to feel important in society. Fuck that shit. But at the same time, it gets lonely. So it's like, it's usually how it is. The chicks that reject you end up dating assholes, and then they look back and go, damn, he might have been a better pick than I thought. It's usually how it goes. And by the time they realize that, it's way too late. Person's either taken or given up. It's usually how it goes. I realized that I haven't created a song that matches the title of the album, so I started writing the song Trails of the Abyss. And I can read you the lyrics that I got so far. Leave your shady past behind, for answers you will find on this magical quest. Lay your troubles to rest on the trails of the abyss. For your sorrow you will not miss on the trails of the abyss. One last fatal kiss, traveling down the trails of the abyss. The headache you will not miss, traveling down the trails. Or did I say headache? I meant to say, God damn it. The heartache is what I meant to say. Well, let me read that second section that I just started working on again, because that was horrible. One last fatal kiss, traveling down the trails of the abyss. The heartache you will not miss. Really? Fucking autocorrect? I did not say knit, not. God damn it, I forgot to delete the I. Gotta love technology. The heartache you will not miss. Traveling. Yeah, I use traveling on like the top fucking line of that second section, so that just seems like I'm repeating myself a bit. The heartache you will not miss. Walking down the trail. Okay, walking down the trails of the. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go through one bag at a time before I mix and match, you know. Well, yes, indeed, Tyler, some humans at least. Tyler says, I think you'll find that even though humans are highly intelligent, we are still, like every animal, very deeply rooted in instinct and our primal mind. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that age-old argument. But to be truthful, when society puts way too much pressure on a natural thing, and when society treats dating like a commodity or a fucking social status thing, you know what I'm saying? It kind of takes the fun out of dating a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it turns people away from it, you know? Hypothetical. What if dating wasn't seen as a social status? What if it was more looked upon in a casual manner? Do you think rejection would hurt less if dating was not seen as a social thing? Serious question here, Facebook. Do you think dating itself would be seen less serious and would hurt a lot less on rejection if dating itself wasn't seen as a social status or a symbol, you know? And a symbol at that, much like anybody who drives a nice car, it says, look at me, look what I can do, look what I'm achieving with my life. Look what you have, and oh, look what I have and you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. Both of those are good comments. Tyler Gilbert says, definitely, it makes dating stressful when it should be enjoyable. And Luke comments, I feel like dating is only as serious as you want to make it. Indeed. When society puts way too much unnecessary pressure and makes an enjoyable thing stressful, what should be an enjoyable thing stressful, you know what I'm saying? And when every aspect of dating becomes a social status, you know, how much pussy have you banged, or, you know, was it good enough, or, you know, was he better than the last one, or was she better than the last one, you know, stupid shit like that. More than likely, the way it's looking right now, I'll be stuck in Casper forever, but at least I got a place, you know, I'm not complaining, but sometimes you just end up stuck in them one-horse towns. You do enough to get by, but you can't get enough to go places just yet. You're stuck day in, day out, the same routine every day for the rest of your life. And what is dating anyway? Talking to your girlfriend or your wife. Honey, what do you want for dinner? You don't need somebody else to decide that for yourself. Tyler also comments, you can't win either way. If your partner is seen to be unfit, you may even be shut out from a group of people for that as well. The only way to win the game is to not play, I suppose. Indeed. Indeed. That is a fair point. If you don't play the love game, you see what's out there, you take your time, you don't rush into something. First and foremost, if you rush into a relationship, you're going to be unhappy. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because when you haven't had a girlfriend in the longest time and you finally get one, you think, oh, maybe this time it'll work. And then when it doesn't work, you're like, well, who could have seen that coming? And just as sarcastic as humanly possible. But in the wake of being single and pretty much sexless in my life, there's an advantage to that. And the only advantage to that is that, well, two things. One, I'm not caught up in stupid drama that dating produces. And two, I'm not getting bitches pregnant, so that's even better. Wait, so to avoid having kids, all I gotta do is just say no to sex? Well, fucking A, that's easy. You don't see chicks banging down my door to fuck my brains out, do you? No, so there you go. Sometimes being too good looking sucks because women get intimidated by it and then they don't want to fucking talk to you because they're like, oh, he's too good looking. He's a YouTube celebrity. I couldn't talk to him. Oh my God. It's got the King Cobra. No way. And it's like, ugh. Maybe if I was a little less attractive and I wasn't a YouTube celebrity, I had more confidence in myself and I didn't have Asperger's, it'd probably be a little bit easier for me, but alas. Indeed. I'm sorry to hear you're unhappy, Zachary Large. I'm sorry to hear you're unhappy. Tyler comments, precisely what is meant to be will come. We all love to scream about patience being a virtue, but in real life situations, virtues seem to be void. Quite so. Now, admittedly, I'm not as gripey about love as I used to be. I'm a bit more patient with it than I used to be. And it took a story on CNN to put things into perspective in a grim sort of way. And what exactly do I mean by that? Well, I'm scrolling through CNN.com trying to find a story to do a video on for a YouTube video, you know, because I do those every once in a while. I'll find a news story and talk about it. And, you know, if it's a negative story, I'll bitch about it. And, you know, I seen this story, this couple, okay, this man and this woman had survived the Las Vegas shooting, only to die in a car crash a couple weeks later. And that really stopped and made me think, like, when you have a girlfriend, yeah, it's awesome, but it makes you so goddamn vulnerable, dude. You know, if somebody would have fucking hurt her or she would have fucking leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, words cannot describe the raw emotion you would be feeling, you know? So I can only imagine that if you and your girlfriend survive a tragic shooting like that, that would only make your love for each other grow stronger. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And when I seen that story, I'm like, well, that is some bullshit. Stories like that make me realize there is no God. It's just circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Because in that same day, they talked about a child dying from cancer and then a child surviving cancer in the same fucking day. So it's just like grain of salt here. You know what I'm saying? like in the same fucking day I read that news article, here's another news article. This child died of cancer. Sad, sad, sad. And that same fucking day, here's a child that survived cancer. Awesome, awesome. You know what I'm saying? So, like, really, that's just life in a fucking nutshell. It's unpredictable, chaotic, and random as fuck. Not to mention life has a funny way of changing. And sometimes change in your life isn't going to happen overnight. Sometimes it takes a little effort on your part. You know what I'm saying? And when Wyoming's economy took a nosedive, I mean, that was literally the most convenient time for me to lose my job at Wendy's. Now, wasn't it? When fucking Wyoming's economy started sucking real hard, and I wasn't the only one losing my fucking job, mind you. But I didn't lose my job over some bullshit like, oh, the oil ran out. You know, it was some bullshit because, oh, fucking social media trolls are assholes. You know. But when I say life has a funny way of changing, and sometimes that change isn't going to come overnight. Case in point, when I spent months busting my Asperger's trying to find a job, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd fill out applications to like 2 or 3 places. You know what I'm saying? I'd fill out applications online. And nothing took. And then I finally got this other job that I've been working at that I like, and it's awesome. And yeah, trolls have been trying to fuck with my new job, and it hasn't worked. They haven't fired me for it, so, you know, you're trying to make me fail because you're jealous that I might be going places with my life. Why else would you try to fuck with somebody's job? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it's because you're jealous of my YouTube fame, so you're going to fuck with my livelihood because of it. And the thing I'd ask these trolls is, do you think I got to this level of cult status on social media overnight? No. Going back to what I said earlier, how change doesn't happen overnight. It takes some effort on your part. Okay? The years I've spent making videos for social media are starting to pay off a little bit. People are starting to recognize my household name, if you will. You know. And in all honesty, if the situation was flipped and these trolls were more famous than I was, do you think I'd try to fuck with their job? No, because I'm better than that. When you fuck with someone's livelihood, it just shows you how fucking petty and jealous you are. That's kind of what I've been doing, Luke. Luke comments, put your energy to your magic, your music, and your videos. If girls do not want you, fuck them. Someone's bound to come around eventually. I couldn't read that without laughing. But until then, make the best of your time. That's kind of what I've been doing, you know. The fact that society makes dating to be a social symbol instead of something to be enjoyed and cherished, quite frankly, it turns me off from dating for the most part. You know, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, dating should not be a fucking social status. Having a car is a social status. Having a girlfriend is a privilege, not a right. It's merely a perk to making life a little less miserable. But even if you have a girlfriend, there's still going to be something that makes you miserable. That's just part of being human. We live in a miserable society, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's not the girlfriend issue, it's going to be something else. Guarantee it. You know, maybe your dog just died, or you saw something on the news that made you sad and really questioned humanity as a whole, you know. Yep. You know what's life in a nutshell? People like me get viewed as being way too fucking negative because I'm too goddamn real. I tell it how it is. And when you're not afraid to tell it how it is, when you're too goddamn real, some people hate the fact that I'm too goddamn real. But you know what? Fuck them. I'm more blunt than a fucking cigar from Colorado. And that's one unfortunate perk to being autistic is, sometimes people with autism are just brutally honest, like blunt to the point where it hurts. And well, thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. Or Tyler. Tyler comments, I like watching you. You keep it casual and real. It's a welcome change for a minor YouTube celebrity. Exactly. And I'm never going to change. I don't give a fuck how famous I get on YouTube. I could have 20 million subscribers and I wouldn't change. I'd still be as casual as I am now, And I feel like these videos are important, not just for me, but for my fans as well. You know what I'm saying? Here's a YouTube celebrity they can look up to and actually respect because he's real. He's not going to be a fucking pompous ass. And, oh, look at me. Look how famous I am. No, fuck that. Fuck that. But women do find me attractive. I may have autism, but a couple years of studying humans and their interactions and their facial expressions and the way they act, it's pretty easy to tell when a girl likes you. If her face gets real red when she's around you, or she plays with her hair while she's around you, or she stares at you a little bit, checks you out, that sort of thing, But society expects men to make the first move most of the time, and quite frankly, I find that statement to be highly sexist. To sit there and say that a woman couldn't take charge and make the first move is bullshit. Although it doesn't do any fucking good if both people involved in that situation are both shy to talk to each other. Which, wouldn't that be some shit? Wouldn't that be some shit? Amen to that, Tyler. Life doesn't sugarcoat things. Why should we? Indeed. Tyler also writes, I don't think there's such thing as being too real. Being blunt is the way things ought to be. Well, yeah, sometimes people need that, a little smack in the face with some common sense. Like, hey, listen here, dipshit. Not to be blunt, but if you stick that fork in the outlet, you might electrocute yourself, and it might hurt like a son of a bitch. Take my word for it, or you just do it and be a dumbass. It's a crude example, but there you go. Yeah, there's a metal scene in Casper. The majority of people here in town listen to country music because it is the cowboy state after all, but, you know. Uh, that's how you do, Tyler. That's how you do. I seen this commercial on TV a couple months ago. It was this domestic abuse hotline commercial. And it pissed me off. Now, the commercial was short, sweet, it got the point across, but the way they filmed it, it just made me sick to my stomach. Now, the commercial starts off with, you see a picture, or you see a video of a hand holding a smartphone, and the camera is pointed from the person's eye of view. And you see the camera looking down at a smartphone, swiping through pictures of battered women, and then after the pictures are done being swiped through on the phone, it fades to white. You can get help. Call now, and it provides the number. Why did that commercial upset me? One, it played into the old stereotype that only women get domestically abused. And two, it further perpetuates this problem we have in our society. And this is something that needs to be fucking acknowledged, god damn it. Unfortunately, when it comes to domestic abuse, both sexes are affected. But because society tells men to toughen up, don't be a pussy. Oh, did you get a little scrape? Rub some dirt in it, you fucking pussy, and quit your crying, quit your belly aching, you know. You know what I'm saying? Especially with things they say like, oh, you throw like a girl, haha, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of crap I'm talking about. That kind of crap is going to separate us as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And because men are told to toughen up quite often, and this is not me talking, this is just our society, if men are told to toughen up, of course they're going to push to be the tougher sex. But here's the thing of it. Both men and women will go through periods of time and trial and error that will test them to their very core. It doesn't necessarily have to pertain to physical pain, but it can also pertain to mental pain as well. To sit there and say that men are tougher than women or that women are tougher than men is in itself a sexist statement. Because the way I see it, no sex is tougher than the other sex. I mean, women can sit here and say, well, men think they're tough, but they don't give birth to children. You know what I'm saying? And then men will be like, yeah, well, you ever been kicked in the balls before? It fucking hurts. You know? And that's when it really starts, isn't it? I mean, people start comparing sob stories. Oh, you don't know how tough it is. You don't know what it's like to be me. Oh, you don't know the half of it. Shut the fuck up. Comparing sob stories on who's got the harder life, that's not going to get shit done. If you're going to sit there and bellyache about who's got a harder life, you or some other poor schmuck, how's that going to solve anything? Well, it's not? Well, imagine that. As I said before, humans will go through trial and error. Both males and females will go through physical and emotional pain throughout their entire life. It's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't just be telling men to toughen up. We should be telling women the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling women to know your place in society, to know your role, that's not very ladylike. Fuck off with that bullshit. You ever heard of this thing? This thing called a gender gap. It exists because people are assholes. These fucking sexist expectations that society has, these standards that society magically places on men and women, these things that dictate what's manly, what's masculine, and or what's feminine, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, Well, I would be happy to do another drink combo video when I get some more monies. Because you know me, I love to drink and have a good time, but that's kind of hard to do if you're broke. You feel me? Now, Teespring said they were sending me the money that I made off my last couple of Teespring accounts, so maybe then I'll be able to do a drink combo video. And according to society, you're nobody if you don't date, and that's bullshit. And when society puts way too much pressure on dating, it makes it this thing about a social status instead of making it a thing about getting to know each other, enjoying each other's company, that sort of thing. That kind of psychological pressure has negative consequences on our society. And I hate to use this as an example, but look at Elliot Rodgers. This motherfucker, if he would have had a bit more patience, that psychotic blonde chick that was making t-shirts of him on YouTube, that was bound to be his girlfriend in the near future if he hadn't have pulled that mass shooting. I can almost guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can guarantee it. Like, this dude is complaining because he can't get pussy. And he's driving around in sports cars. Like, bro, I don't got a car and I can get pussy. Even if it's only once a year, I can still get it. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you can't get pussy and you're driving around in sports cars, there's something wrong with you. Straight up. Like, fucking A, dude. Don't even get me started on this asshole. And then I find out he has Asperger's. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. How can I live with myself knowing I share the same goddamn disorder as that fucking asshole? And the only thing that helps me sleep just a little bit better at night is knowing there's a lot of good people who have autism. That one fucking asshole isn't going to ruin it for me. At least I hope it doesn't. You hit the nail right on the head, Tyler Gilbert. Surviving is a lifelong battle between yourself, others, and the elements. We are born to die. Plain and simple. Yeah, pretty much, right? Tyler says, someday the Earth won't even be here anymore, and this will all be for nothing. Will it? You know, they say that Mother Earth was created by a big bang. And this is my theory. I want to grab some water because this one might make you think. I want to grab some water because this one's going to make you think. Now, what if when Mother Earth finally explodes several millions of years from now, all the energy stored up to that point, all the gases, that the Big Bang itself is so massive that it causes everything to happen again. Sort of like an infinite time loop, if you will. What if, when Mother Earth explodes, the pressure and all the energy that's been stored up? Because here's the thing, Albert Einstein also had Asperger's, so there you go, but Albert Einstein said, you cannot destroy energy, you cannot make it. So where does it go when you die? Think of Mother Earth as one giant jar, empty and vast. And the energy is what's filling it. And, you know what I'm saying? Like reincarnation, especially, that sort of deja vu feeling that like, oh, I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Mother Earth goes after millions of years of being around, and all that energy that's been stored breaks free from that jar. All the gases from that explosion, it causes it all of this to happen again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Much like hitting rewind on a VCR and rewinding your VHS tape and then hitting play, rewinding it, hitting play, rewinding it, hitting play. So is all this for nothing, or is it just going to happen again? The answer is both. Everything you do in life amounts to nothing. You're pretty much born to pay taxes and die. But even if you're lucky enough to find happiness and companionship, it doesn't last, because either you'll die before she does, or she dies before you do. And if you're lucky enough, like in the case of that couple on that CNN story, if you have to die, then maybe you'll die at the same time. That way you don't have to watch your significant other suffer. And really, that's the only silver lining of that story. When a couple goes to a concert in Las Vegas and survives the Las Vegas shooting, only to die in a car crash a couple weeks later. That's just the unpredictability of life in a nutshell. Indeed, Luke, indeed. If there was a cute-ass blonde chick making shirts with his faces on it before he pulled the mass shooting, I have a feeling Elliot Rodgers would have hooked up with her and been really happy with her, you know? But he'll never know, because he lost his patience. And like I said, if you can't get pussy and you're driving around in the sports cars and you're complaining about it, that just makes it worse. Like, it's bad enough you can't get laid and you're driving a sports car. And then if you're making YouTube videos talking about it, that's just going to make your situation worse, because then people are going to see you as that one kid, the one whiny-ass rich kid who can't get laid. And that turns people off even more, because they're like, oh, here's a whiny-ass rich kid whining because he can't get laid. Like, dude, there are bigger fucking problems in the world, and you're pissed because you can't get your dick wet? Fuck off. Shit, if I want to get my dick wet, I'll take a shower. See what I did there? I made a joke about my miserable sex life. Ha ha ha. And that's just the thing of it. The universe is expanding, and eventually, like a balloon that expands too much, eventually it pops. And when it does, oh, here's the thing of it. the first thing to go is going to be the sun. It's a giant ball of gas that heats up this rock. And here's the thing. The sun's not going to explode for another several hundred years or so. So we're golden right now. When it does, by then, humans will have developed technology to live off without sunlight for another couple hundred years or so. But once that technology dries out and dies, then that's when the post-apocalypse will really fucking start. The last couple of humans will die off on the planet, and then eventually the Mother Earth will just crumble into dust. And yeah. And eventually it happens again. Like, all it takes is one more star, big ass fucking star, to explode, and the energy causes the universe not only to turn in on itself, but to recreate itself after the big explosion. So everything that has happened will happen again. Anything that hasn't happened will happen again. Anything that has happened has already happened. Stuff that's already happened will happen again. Unfortunately, so it just means that, in theory, if this is all true, that witnessing horrible events like 9/11 all over again, witnessing the dinosaurs going extinct, that sort of thing. We don't. That's just the thing of it, Tyler. Tyler made the assumption, well, how do we know something won't happen that throws it off kilter? Maybe, Thomas, maybe. I never tried a CBD pen before, Matthew. That too. The sun gets too hot, the seas will dry out, and by then people will have to find technology to rely. And you're already starting to see an effect of the sun getting hotter and hotter. We hardly had any snow in Wyoming this year. Indeed, Luke. Indeed. Luke 2:8 says, exactly, the universe will have too much dark energy that everything will pull away from each other with so much force that even atoms will split from it, which could be another Big Bang. Indeed, and that Big Bang has enough force to not only destroy, but recreate, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, metaphorically speaking. Exactly, and the reason why we're not seeing any snow is because all the excess pollution we're doing. If every factory switched to cleaner energy, we could slow down the pollution by so much. And there's like a shit ton of factories. You know what I'm saying? Things like burning diesel trucks to drive around. I'll probably get a lot of shit from a lot of cowboys and rednecks for saying it, but fuck diesel trucks. You think you're big and bad when you spray a Prius with your fucking black smoke? Like, dude, really? That's just rude and inconsiderate. Like, okay, you don't like Priuses, cool, but you don't have to be a dick about it. I don't like Priuses either. They're fucking hideous, but you don't see me being a douche about it. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Threes. How are you doing? Yeah. Hey, Jake, what's up? How you and Sarah doing this fine evening? That's good to hear. Pondering the existence of the universe on a Facebook Live video. That's what I'm doing. Not only that, but touching on other things too, like social issues and examining this human ritual they call dating, and examining it from a more scientific standpoint. You know, it started off with, okay, why do humans view dating as a social status type of thing, to what's going to happen when the universe implodes on itself. How the fuck do we get to that point? I don't know, and I don't care, but this is good discussion points, people. That would be cool, but my schedule's pretty booked at the moment. I got work and stuff, and I can't just take a vacation, you know. But I do appreciate the offer. Almost an hour-long video. God fucking damn it. I try to keep my videos short, sweet, to the point, but it's very easy to get carried away, especially when you're talking to fans. Especially when you're talking to fans. Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm sure that made his night. Like I've always said, I'd be down for a second documentary. What? According to Matthew Lynn Wiseman, he says he has a strip club in his city that wants me to show up. What? I'm not that special now. Come on. uh, uh, excuse me. Thing of it is, I'll be long gone before. I'll probably have been dead for several. I'll probably have been dead for several hundreds of years before it all goes to shit. So, you know, if I don't reproduce, then my family line dies with me. And then I don't have to worry about my future generations suffering. Oh, huh. According to Matthew Lynn, I'd have to sing. No strap, real money. Huh. Well, I mean, my singing's alright, but it's not that good. Oh, hell yeah, that's what's up. Apparently, it's a music fest. Cool. All these lines on my face getting clearer. Half my life's written in books filled with pages. Live and learn for fools of ages. Hmm. Oh, I'm not good enough to perform in front of a bunch of people, so like I said, I appreciate the offer, but you know, I can try, but let's not kid ourselves. I know my music's not going to take off. I mean, I could try to sit here and say that I'll find happiness and companionship, but that's never going to happen. I can sit here and try to kid myself and say, "Oh, yeah, your music's going to take off," but let's be real here, it's not. And the only thing I can do is make the best of what I got right now. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not gonna write pop songs, dude. Like, ugh, no, dude, that's not my scene. Hmm. Although it's getting kind of late, I'll probably just go over and hang out with Scott tomorrow. It's almost 11 o'clock, and yeah, we'll hang out with Scott tomorrow. Like, honestly, I don't know why that strip club wants me to come perform for a bunch of people. Like, they could find better talent, honestly. You know, like, come on now. Am I working on any more wands? Not at the moment. Well, yes, I am actually. I'm working on a wand for J.K. Rowling. I had one made for her, but it was way too flimsy, so I broke it and started over. And yeah, I'm doing all right, Jeffrey. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think my 8th album is gonna be my last album. I'm not very good in a crowd of people, and I want to be a fucking rock star. That's fucking funny. Which means getting up on stage in front of a bunch of people you don't know and playing. I'm like, fuck it. I didn't say I didn't say better. I was just saying I don't know what. Well, I was just saying, Matthew. I don't know why the strip club you speak of doesn't. I don't know why the strip club you speak of wants me to perform there with a bunch of other musicians. I was just saying they could find better talent, is what I was saying. Maybe I didn't enunciate my speech correctly. Oh, this thing? Black Sunday Tattoo Parlor here in Casper, Wyoming. Literally the best tattoo shop to go to here in town is Black Sunday Tattoo Parlor. They do amazing work. And they did such a good job on my Cobra that I'm going back there to touch up my Aussie knuckles. Not a whole lot, Dustin. Just kicking it on Facebook. I'm going to send you a good luck spell, so hopefully you can pass it on Tuesday. Best way to pass your test on Tuesday, man, is to study for it. Well, I don't have any current albums out right now, but I do have the King Cobra's Nest on TuneCore, which is my public music page. King Cobra's Nest, TuneCore. Where's... where's my music player at? God damn it. I fucking hate this shit. I gotta log into TuneCore anyway and see how I'm doing with it. Probably not very well. I don't know. Fuck off. We couldn't find that email address. Oh, I fucking hate this goddamn keyboard so much. Oh my god, the fucking C. How did oh my god. COBRA. Okay, there we go. Fucking bastard motherfucker. Okay, so let me reset my TuneCore password here real quick, and I can provide the chat hopefully with some okay. Let's see. Yep, that's all right. Okay, save. Whoa! $20.21. I made enough money to upload my next album. Now, ain't that just beautiful? I made enough money on TuneCore to upload my 8th album. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's see. Uh-huh. Account settings. No. That's not what I'm looking for. How do you... Where's my... Okay. Let's go back to my thing here. It shows all 7 of my album covers, but it's not... Publishing administration, artist service. Just has discography, store manager. Well, what the hell, TuneCore? Where's my goddamn music player at? That's lame. Apparently, oh, that sucks. Trying to find my freaking TuneCore media player, and it's not showing up. Not happy about that. Why is... fucking this is pissing me off. Okay, let's go to new tab again and TuneCore Social. God damn it. Oh great. So I finally get... God damn it, TuneCore's down for maintenance. Well, ain't that a bitch? I start linking my fucking accounts. Typical. Where's the fucking money I'm supposed to be getting from Teespring? They better not fucking Jew me out of my goddamn money. Well, I guess I'll have to wait until fucking TuneCore is done being worked on. Typical. Ha! Fuck this asshole. Block. Checking comments on one of my videos. And there was a comment on my newest magic video. Can you summon my Widow's Peak, please? There's treatments for that, bro. Go out there and find it. Fuck you! Ooh, that person's getting blocked from my channel. Who is this fucking loser? Nobody, that's who. Block user, submit. Wow. It just needs a new light bulb, and you think believing in God is ridiculous, but sure, you can steal light with a magic wand. Grow up and stop being a hypocrite. Fuck you and the cunt you crawling out of. Delete your comments. That right there is just talk of jealous haters who wish they had magical powers. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah, if it needs a new light bulb, how come the fucking city hasn't changed it yet? Fucking communist cocksucking. Sounds like somebody doesn't believe in my magic. Well, May the person who made that comment rue the day they made that comment. You don't want to mock my powers, motherfucker? Guess what? Eat shit and die.
Office 365 and
oh joy. So the video I made called King Cobra Army Flags, and very typical let's see, block user, very typical social media. When you can allow uncensored comments again, gay, delete the first two comments. I can smell your breath through the monitor and I'm not pleased. Fuck yourself. And here's a person who's pretending to be me on YouTube. Report user. Impersonation. Report. Well, this is kind of a waste of time because YouTube is not going to take down the fucking fake ass account. Well, in order to do this properly, let's see. I take a picture of my state ID with my phone, upload it to my desktop. Okay. When it's an account pretending to be me on YouTube, telling me to smash my guitars, this is the kind of harassment I receive on a daily basis, and at some point, I've had enough of it. I wish I never would have fucking started making fucking stupid ass videos. I mean, yeah, my videos help people, but so what? My videos help people so I can get bullied on social media. That's what that comes down to. So if I plug in my phone to my computer, I should be able to do this right. Let's see. Let's go to that. Take to the desktop, you motherfucker. Hoo hoo hoo. You little bitch. Is there some reason why it's not letting me upload the copy of my photo ID to the computer here? Okay, we're breathing. I'll just click the import button then if it doesn't want to click and drag. Fucking asshole. Where the fuck is it? Are you seriously fucking kidding me right now? Okay. So we're gonna look for it. And it's not showing up. God damn it. This is bullshit. I hate when this fucking program is not working like it's supposed to. God damn it. Let me in. You fucking jackass. Let me import my goddamn state ID photo so I can. You know, 2018 is a new year, Facebook. And I says to myself, I says, you know, this is a chance to work on my temper and not get so pissed off at every little fucking thing that goes wrong in my miserable existence. And yet, as I sit here and try my damnedest to work on my temper, I still seem to find myself dealing with shit just like the rest of us. Okay. Maybe I can mail it to myself. Nope, of course it won't let me do that. Oh wait, here we go. Subject ID. Send. Actual size. Okay. If the goddamn image capture wants to be a little punk ass bitch and not work like it's supposed to, then maybe, just maybe, I need to go into Gmail. Do that. S. Ho ho ho! Try to fucking outsmart me, you little cum guzzling gutter slut. Guess what? Now, if we save the file. Oh, I don't want to duplicate it. God damn it. Wrong fucking button. Shit fucking bastard bollocks. Oh, God damn it. It's a weak copy. Okay. Save picture. To desktop. Where? Move to documents. So, move to the documents. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, move it to the desktop then. Replace. Okay, so now go here. Choose a file. That one. Open. File attached successfully. Submit. Additional information. Oh my god, I gotta fill this out. Okay. My name is being in person. In person. Thanks for contacting us. Oh, you're so welcome, YouTube. Thank you for caring about your bullying policy. Block this cocksucker. Fuck you. And this person's getting blocked from my channel. Who the fuck is this nobody? Lock user. Oh, she can reply to comments without having to make them public. That'd be awesome. Looks like shit. Your mom looks like shit, especially after I got done beating her with my fist and then raping her with my dick. Fucking asshole haters. Unsubscribe. I don't want to subscribe to that fucking asshole. Block user. Okay, it's not a phallic symbol, people. I don't know how many fucking times I gotta say it. How many times I have to say it. If you think my symbol looks like a dick, then maybe you have dick on the mind. Or maybe you should be sucking my dick. How about that? Block user, submit. Did I really forget the link? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't forget the link for that flag video. Hold on a second. Let me... Nope, I didn't forget the link for it. It's in the fucking description box. That's enough checking those comments. No, I didn't, Dustin. Pretty much all you can do, Tyler. Yeah, I'll go hang out with Scotty tomorrow. It's getting late. And it is a school night, so, you know, he's got a nephew that goes to school in the morning, so I'm not gonna go over there if they're getting settled down for the evening. I always hang out with Scott tomorrow. There's a reason why I don't make my comments on YouTube public anymore. Is because people are posting my personal information on YouTube comment sections. And it's unfortunate. Okay, do you think I want to take away, do you think I want to censor my comments like this? Do you know what a pain in the ass it is to fucking sit through and read through every goddamn miserable comment people write to me? I hate it. I hate restricting that freedom from my fans. But when I got people posting my personal information on social media in the comment section, I can't have that. You know? Well, what do you want to tell me, Miss Saxton? Now, the reason why people say shit like that is because it challenges their normal realm of thinking. You know how my magic's real and there's no God. One, look at the video of me fucking with the lights or my thunderstorm conjuring. Two, look at the Las Vegas shooting. If God really loved all his children, if God really loved all of his children, why would he let something like that happen? Hate to be that fucking guy, but I've been patinged. Huh. Nice. Dustin Kiefer sent me a picture of a bike on Messenger. Ding ding. Aw. Thanks, Miss Saxton. Oh yeah, they're trying to post my address, they're trying to post where I work, they're trying to post my phone number, and they're creating fake accounts to make fun of me and comment stupid shit on my videos. And I can't have that on my comment section where everybody sees it. You know what I'm saying? So if people were a bit more mature than that, then I could very easily make the comments go public again. You want to call me a faggot, you want to call me a tranny, a retard, I don't care. Call me names all you want. But posting someone's personal information on social media, that's fucked. I don't know what I did personally to deserve that kind of negative harassment. Oh, I know what I did. I dared be myself. I dare be the voice of a generation. I dare be myself. I dare speak my mind. I dare have the courage to not be afraid of my autism and not let others intimidate me. I dare not let my autism define me. I dare to not let my autism define me, and it intimidates people. I dare to have confidence in who I am as a person and not give two fucks what people think about me. I dare to be as real as fucking possible, to be the most blunt person you've ever fucking met. I dare to be that one person that just tells it like it is and don't give a fuck who hears it. I dare to be that person. And because I dare to be that person, because I have that kind of confidence in myself, that's why they do it. They fuck with me because they're jealous. Yes, indeed. God loves all his children, but then why are his children molested in Catholic churches? Explain that one to me. God loves all his children, yeah, but there's children in Africa dying of Ebola, AIDS, and starvation. Oh, but God loves all his children. Then 9/11 happens. Oh, no, but God loves all his children. Then the fucking Holocaust happens. Oh, but God loves all his children. What kind of self-righteous God would do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've heard of tough love, but Jesus fucking Christ. There's just some fucking giant asshole with a magnifying glass going, which motherfucker am I gonna burn today? You know. Thank you. Tyler gets it. Tyler says, that's just it. You're above them and they're threatened because they lead sad lives. Exactly. I'm above these assholes that talk shit on me. I'm going places with my fucking miserable life. And I'm not afraid to be myself. And they're threatened by it because they have sad, miserable lives. Instead of doing stuff for themselves to better their lives, they're focused on obsessing over my ass, which only makes me more famous, which only makes them more insecure. So I don't understand it. If trolls hate me because I'm famous, yet when they troll me, they make me more famous. So they're doing it to themselves. That's what I don't fucking understand. It's only going to make me more famous and then more sad and miserable. So by all means, keep trolling me. I'll get so fucking famous on YouTube. Man, if I had like 100,000 subscribers, I'd be bringing in money from YouTube. It'd be sweet. Yes, Dan Paul quotes Stephen Fry, and Stephen Fry's quote is, "Why should I respect a capricious, mean-minded, stupid God who creates a world that is so full of injustice and pain?" Exactly. Fucking exactly. And Fry replied, "I'd say bone cancer in children, what's that about? How dare you create a world to which there is such misery that is not our fault. It's not right. It's utterly, utterly evil." Yes, I know the person you speak of, and he is absolutely right. What kind of self-righteous asshole makes it to where dating is considered a social status? It's considered a social accomplishment, you know, that you have to be somebody to be dating. That if you don't, you know, what kind of fucking self-righteous God creates pedophiles? I mean, seriously, if God's the creator of everything, right? What purpose is that? To make people's lives miserable and fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of self-righteous God makes dating in general a symbol of status in society rather than a symbol of trying to find companionship? You know what I'm saying? It pisses me off. To the point where I'm like, hey, I got some tobacco. Let's smoke it so we calm the fuck down. That's one way to look at it, Tyler. Maybe. Tyler Gilbert suggests that God is a pedophile. Maybe. You never know. Oh, thank you, Therese. I painted my nails dark green. This dark green, to be specific. And even if I say the links, even if I don't say link in the description box below, enough common sense to tell you, well, if he's trying to sell me a product, maybe he put the link in the description box, you think? Oh, maybe. God, people are stupid. Yes, I do inhale my pipe smoke. People say you're not supposed to inhale pipe tobacco, but I say pish posh, to each his or her own. Usually when I'm smoking a pipe, I'll take like 1 or 2 puffs, and then I'll inhale every 3rd or 4th puff. Or maybe every other puff, you know. Never know, Tyler, you never know. What black thing you talking about? Because, what is that black thing in the corner behind you with the chainmail looking handle? Oh, I know what you're talking about. This thing. This is a staff I made for myself. This is my staff. I mean, the crystal itself is sunk into the stick, but the tape on the side with the wires and all that is just there to hold it in place more securely. I've seen this thing hit the floor several times, and this crystal's in there nice and solid. Probably could, yeah. How long is this live stream? God damn it, almost 2 hours long. Anyways, this live stream is getting a bit long. I'll have to end it here in a bit. Grab some more water. water. Do I know any jokes? Yeah, love my sex life. If I want to get my dick wet, I'll take a fucking shower. You want to hear another joke? Human decency. Oh. It'd be a lot funnier if it wasn't true, but it just seems like human decency's gone out the window anymore. You got a joke? Yeah, sure, why not? Share it with us. This ought to be good. I'm always down for a laugh. Oh, I got a joke. Don't worry, Josh. You'll find a girl someday. I'm killing it with these jokes. Whereas most people would let it get to them, I do the exact opposite. I don't let it affect me, and eventually I quit caring. What's the difference between a Catholic priest and an acne? Well, I have a feeling it's going to be inappropriate. Something about busting on faces or, yeah. I don't know, Dustin. What is the difference? Oh, acne waits till you're 13 to come on your face. I would hope you're kidding, Tyler. That's a great way to piss off a lot of women. You want to hear a joke about women's rights? Where's he going with this? Hear me out for a second. Okay, so you know about insurance companies, right? The insurance companies will make insurance rates higher for guys because statistics show that men are unsafe drivers. And the joke is, it's not a joke. If the situation was reversed, I guarantee you, if the goddamn situation was reversed and society said, well, women are unsafe drivers, so we're going to raise insurance rates, I guarantee you women everywhere would be like, fuck that, and they would fight for equality. Men, we kind of just, what are you going to do? It's life. You know. Yeah, I know. I know it was a joke. But actually, I was making a joke about men's rights because we don't have rights, do we? No. Just kidding. No, you want to hear another joke? Male sexism. According to society, male sexism doesn't exist. But society would be wrong because the thing about sexism is it happens to both sexes. Anyways, it's the end of the live stream. And Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all later.